Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's D-Man the Gray here, and I'm back today to talk about more hoops. And I had a review and post the other day about the first game of every series. The only one that didn't happen at that point was the Warriors and Timberwolves. And then I'll kind of do them first here because I want to kind of break down that one, and then I'll do game two for them as well. And then I'll jump to other things. So, with that being said, in game two of the Western Conference semifinals, the Minnesota Timberwolves beat the Warriors 117 to 93 to tie the series at 1-1. So both series in the Western Conference are not at both at 1-1. And I was going to sort of hit a few different bases, a few different points here because there's a lot to really take in these series because the way the Warriors were playing last night, if they didn't have that cold start to the game, Minnesota could have very easily been going down 0-2 at home and been looking at getting swept. And really, Minnesota got pretty lucky that Steph Curry is pretty old, so it's like he hurt his hamstring when he would have probably knocked these guys out in 4 games if he was healthy. And that's the big problem with this series right now is that Curry and Anthony Edwards both kind of there's been a lot of injury scares this series. Like Anthony Edwards went down towards the end of the first half last night, and at the end of the second quarter, end of the first half, and it looked as if he wasn't going to be healthy, but he was able to just sort of shake it off and get right back on. Probably hurt pretty bad in the morning, I might say, but hey, it is what it is. He came back and they knotted the series, and we're looking at a pretty tough series here with these two. There is a small update on Curry's injury. He's going to be out until game 6 at the earliest. They said he could come back, which is really problematic for the Warriors because it's like Jimmy was pretty much fighting them to the death the other night when Curry was out the first time. So it's like it looks like if Curry is not going to be back and Curry's not there to carry this offensive load that the Warriors need him to carry, they're still a great defense because Curry's not the factor in them being a great defensive team. But it's going to be a long uphill battle playing in this modern day NBA because, to win the championship nowadays, you have to have a really high powered offense and a really high powered defense. So with that, you do what you will. And the Warriors dominated the Timberwolves pretty well in that first game. I don't know if it was rust or if it was anything of the sort, but it looked like they were going to go home. And I'm going to say for now, with the way that last night went, the Warriors kind of found their way to put up a fight, at least in the last 3 quarters. They didn't do that great in the first quarter. If they can they can make this a tough series. If they can, because that's the thing, is like Warriors stealing one. Since Curry's not going to be back until game 6, you have to steal another game. And it's like you have 2 games at home and 1 on the road. And at home, I'm feeling pretty good. If the Warriors could steal a game and bring Curry back for game 6 and game 7, most likely, and then that's the thing, if they can do that, I'm solid in saying the Warriors might take this in 7 games. While I might have picked Minnesota to win it first, but Minnesota, very clearly, that fake that they pulled off against the Lakers, that very clearly is worn off. And then I'm going to move on to the next game. So the Thunder and the Nuggets was an absolute trouncing. I didn't necessarily watch too much of that game live. I was at AEW Dynamite on Wednesday in Detroit, so I wasn't able to really watch and process. But it was pretty much a similar tale to the first game where it was the Celtics pretty much shot themselves out of the game. And it's like, I don't know how you do that when you're up 20 points. And the thing is, Legler went on there and said it was atrocious and the worst. I swear, I told you guys that. I literally did. Even Legler had to agree with me. Now, and the thing is, people, a lot of the time when people say live by the three, die by the three, it's not a fair take. It's bullshit. Let's be honest. So, and they say live by the three, die by the three. Well, sometimes a motherfucker shooting a three. If I'm shooting a three, you have to actually play basketball at some point. Like an open look, like how you just seen me hit on this game here. That's an open 3-pointer in rhythm and rotation, right? So that is understandable if you give somebody the ball and they get an open look. But it's like when you don't have to shoot a 3-pointer or you have a wide open shot at the basket, it doesn't make much sense because the Celtics players, they're not Steph Curry. It shouldn't be like Derek White shooting 12 threes a game, 13 threes a game is ridiculous. He's never been that good of a shooter to have that volume. Even with Jason Tatum is a great shooter, but he's never been good enough to shoot with that type of volume ever in his career. But they're shooting threes and overlooking twos. Like you telling me you can't take a little man in the post, pick and roll. Okay, now I got Brunson guarding me. Now, the Knicks do have a lot of good defenders, but it's like you telling me when it comes down to it, you're up 20 points. You telling me you don't want to have fun and to play a little bit out of the system. And is that going to really destroy it? And the thing is, the system you're playing is already causing you to lose 20-point fucking leads. So you really don't have to stick and play into that system. So my hope for game 3 and back in New York is that Boston, if they're going to keep going up 20, change it up. Do something different because it obviously ain't working sticking to the game plan the whole game. And it's like, and then that's the thing is like New York chips away and chips away and chips away and chips away. And the thing about Boston, and now I understand Porzingis is not playing, but you guys made it through the playoffs last year with no Porzingis. And I think Cleveland was the only team that took more than one game off of them. So, but that's beside the point. Is get the hell off of the 3-point line after a certain point. It's like you don't have to shoot you should be like, I don't see how it's comfortable to even shoot that many 3-pointers because it's like you tired your arms out at that point, so now you clanking because I done jacked up 100 threes. I might as well have shot a few middies and save some juice. And it's like shoot, it's like because it's like there has to be some explanation or something that's stopping them from making some of these shots. And it's like, I mean, this fatigue, you've been missing a bunch. And it's like, oh, shoot, I might not make this one. And I'm shooting up. You know, it's crazy. It's stupid. Do something else. Otherwise, you going to go home and let New York potentially make the NBA Finals. And I know that Boston doesn't want that. But you know what? I'm about to let my Laker fan out and say, you guys fucking deserve every fucking bit of what's happening to you. Because the thing is, I wanted to kind of root for Boston this year. Honestly, I was going to overlook the whole shit, right? But as I've discussed before, and I'm about to talk about them in a second, my Cleveland Cavaliers, we are having our own issues right now because of injury. And you motherfuckers decided to talk shit. So I am going to shit on your grave. And part of me wants you to lose now. And I was like, shoot. And I won't be disappointed in the slightest to see you fall. Because I didn't want you to win another damn championship anyway. But I'm on to the next damn series. And we had the Thunder beat the Nuggets 149-106. And that was an ass whooping. Pure and simple. The Thunder were overdue for that. I don't think they can do that again. And the thing is, the reason why I say that is we're going to Denver now. And you know how it is up there. When you're up in the altitude, it's hard to breathe. I would hate to have some sort of asthma and have to go up there and play, But it's gonna be really hard. And the damn Nuggets, they did the damn thing in the first game, and then that's kind of been the tale of every playoff game, especially in these ones. Because I think this game, the 149-106, this is the only game where the team didn't storm back from 20 points down. I mean, the Nuggets and not the Nuggets, but the Warriors, Timberwolves, they both have been blowouts the whole way, sure. But it's like, shoot, we got injuries, we got people beat up in that series. Both of them are not good enough teams to be where they're at right now, and they both really don't deserve to make a conference finals, but one of them has to. So with that being said, back to the Thunder and Nuggets. The Thunder and Nuggets, I don't really know what to say here, because it's like, it's going to be what it's going to be. Jokic is the best basketball player on the planet Earth right now. So he's a damn threat to anybody. And if Shea wants to prove that he was the true MVP all along, he has to lock in and get this shit done. And you gotta take home court advantage back. You gotta beat Denver at least once in Denver. And if you could get them tonight, or not tonight, but I think it might be tonight. Get them tonight. If you can, get them tonight. If you get them tonight, you're good. And it's May 9th, so it is tonight. So yeah, if you get them tonight, that was the NBA record for most points in a half with 87 points in the first half. I don't know if they could do that again, But if you can, whatever you can do close to what the hell you just did, do it. Get the Nuggets out of here. Because the thing is, and then that's the thing too, a lot of the Jokic and all them guys, they want to sit up and shit on people for picking the Thunder in the series when they won one game in the series so far. Fuck that shit. We understand who the hell he is. We know what the fuck he is. And it's not hating to say a fucking 70-win team is supposed to beat one dude and his ragtag team of misfits. Get the fuck over yourselves. But to kind of say that there with Denver, the keys to the win tonight, definitely don't let them get. That's actually get Shea back to where he was at in last series, and you can take them out every night. But we'll see what happens tonight. It was a great game the other night, I believe. I shouldn't say. I might sound like a little bit hater. It wasn't a good game because that shit was crazy. I ain't never seen nobody score 150 points in a playoff game. I guess ridiculous. And then on to the final and bane of my existence. So I'm giving you back a little bit here, right? So the Indiana Pacers, Cleveland Cavaliers. The Cavaliers were pretty dominant to start in the first three quarters of Tuesday night's game, but as it always does, and with these types of teams playing, the health caught up to us and energy caught up to us. So naturally, and then that's another thing, like 3-point shooting and all that stuff. You shoot all the 100,000 threes and all of that shit, it's gonna come back to bite you in the ass. So essentially, we're in a very messy predicament right now. Is we're shooting a lot of threes and they're not falling. And then that's the thing is, like, looking at the stats here, Cleveland, we were better than them pretty much the whole night. It's just we couldn't outpass them, and they got a couple more blocks than us. We shot great from the free throw line. We shot 11 more 3-pointers than them. We shot 5 more shots total, but didn't make as many. And when a 1-point loss, all of this shit matters. It's like if one of those threes fell or one more, you could get more energy. You don't have to work as hard. And that's the difference, right? So And Tyrese Halliburton played his usual great. Well, he didn't play that great. He played terrible, but he came in the clutch and got on our ass, and that's when he needed to be good, you know. But yeah, they had a lot of guys in double figures. The shooting wasn't that great, and then there is one problem I have with officiating here is just when people do like they rush from the 3-point line, that's a lane violation. No matter who it is, even if it's the offensive team, stop it, you could restart the free throw, damn it. You could even do that. But that lane violation, you shouldn't be able to. There's no way somebody could sprint off the 3-point line and they in the paint dunking already. Like, that's definitely a violation. And then the rule is you step a toe or you step a foot over the line when somebody, like, the shot's not even up yet. So all in all, Cleveland played a good game until the fourth quarter, and then that's when offense started to get really hard for them. And the thing is when the other team doubles, like they outscored us 15 points in the fourth quarter. It's really hard to overcome a situation where if somebody doubles up on you 15 points in that quarter, it's not looking too hot for you. So with that being said, I am going to say if Cleveland, I hope that really, and that's been the problem the whole series, is Garland I don't understand what a toe can't keep me out. But I don't want to be that guy to say that type of stuff because it's injuries and all of that stuff. Sure, okay. But Mobley and all of them, if you can fucking play, get your ass on the floor. You have to at least try. Like, think about all the work that you've done this year to make this team what it is. You've put in all this work to win 100,000 games in a season. You're one of the best NBA teams of all time statistically. And you're going to throw it all down the drain for a little sprain, a little toe. It's hard, man. Like, come on now. And then they say all three will try to play, so we might get Garland, Hunter, and Mobley. I don't know if Hunter is going to be the greatest because his thumb is bad here. But like I said, we have to win 2 games in Indiana since they beat us twice in Cleveland now, if we really want to take this further. And they're going to be physical, but I'm hoping that with Garland back, even if he's not the greatest shooter at the moment with that toe injury, it's just a matter of hoping that he can be a ball handler, somebody that can get the ball up the floor. Because Donovan Mitchell the other night, I gotta inbound. You gotta inbound the ball to me. I gotta bring it up the floor. I gotta score all the points. I gotta make all the passes. That's not sustainable, especially fighting a team front like every NBA team this season is doing. And that's all I really have to say about that one. Indiana, keep up. Tyrese Halliburton, keep up the work. He's been one of the clutches. He should have been in the damn clutch player of the year award with the numbers that I've seen. Like, he's phenomenal. He's been one of the best passers in the league since he came in the league. Been one of the most efficient players in the league since he came in the league. And he's a hell of a player. I will say that. Even if I want him to lose for my sake, one, and for twosies for what his dad just did with Giannis and all them, I want him to lose for. But with that being said, I'm going to kind of let you guys go because this is a long video, and I don't like to do YouTube videos longer than 20 minutes. But you can go listen to me on a podcast here or there. Just look into it. Generational Wealth of Sports. We should be doing another one soon. And I wanted to get into some other stuff as well. I might post some wrestling content every once in a while too on this channel soon. But we got a lot of stuff coming. the workload shall double. I will talk to you guys later, and y'all have a good night. Peace.